We're diving deep into deep conversations here with Let's Talk About the Deep Stuff. I'm your host, Sean Neese. For this episode, in the spirit of Halloween, I wanted to dive into horror as an art form. Not just what scares us, but what it reveals about humanity. The Shining is a perfect example. It's not just a haunted hotel story. Kubrick's direction makes you feel the slow suffocation of isolation, the obsessive unraveling of Jack Torrance's mind, and the creeping tension that turns ordinary spaces, a hallway, a bathroom, even a snow-covered landscape, into something menacing. Every frame feels like you're trapped inside the psychological horror of the characters. And the film examines family tension, ambition, and the fragility of sanity in a way that's almost unbearable. The 1922 silent film Nosferatu shows horror in its purest, most atmospheric form. Every shadow, every long, exaggerated movement of Count Orlok communicates dread and death. The silent film makes you feel the world itself is hostile and unknowable, like evil could strike anywhere at any time. And when I watched Robert Eggers' 2024 version, I felt like I was physically in the world of that original film, walking through the same haunting spaces, sensing the same existential dread, but with the detail and intensity of modern filmmaking. It's rare that a remake can make you feel that deep connection to the original, while also being its own fully realized artistic statement. Horror as a genre has always been a way to explore the darker side of humanity and our fear of the unknown. Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein isn't just about a monster. It's about playing God, about ambition, responsibility, isolation, and the consequences of transgressing natural limits. In H.P. Lovecraft's works, the horror comes not just from monsters, but from humanity's insignificance, the terror of forbidden knowledge, and the vast and different cosmos. Edgar Allan Poe spins tales where fear is rooted not only in death or darkness, but in obsession, guilt, and the unraveling of the human mind. Bram Stoker's Dracula explores more than vampirism. It delves into desire, mortality, and the thin line between civilized order and primal instinct. Fast forwarding to the 1970s, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead uses zombies as a vehicle for social critique, exposing consumerism and the way humans mindlessly follow the herd, even in the face of catastrophe. These stories push us to confront themes that are uncomfortable, taboo, or overwhelming, but they do so in ways we can digest through art. Horror gives us permission to look at obsession, death, madness, and the unknown, to step into spaces we normally avoid. And it's precisely because it's challenging that it can be so meaningful. And for this conversation today, I have a guest joining me, Renata de los Rios. She's a huge horror fan. She's the founder of Heavy Horror NYC, and they have markets that sell eclectic and horror memorabilia, and also apparel and rare items. I'll let you take it from here and talk more about what you do and also what draws you to horror and what you love about it.
Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for having me here. Well, we created a thing called Fright Market a while ago. It's like a safe space for everyone to it's a perfect excuse to bring the community together. Let's just put it that way. And we work with different vendors. We rotate them as well, so it's like different every time. We do have our resident vendors, but we try to make it eclectic, so there's a little something for everyone. It's like it's a place. This takes place at Flying Fox, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's just the perfect excuse to hang out with your friends and, support local artists. Inclusive, all inclusive, of course.
Yeah, and I remember that's where I got the Edgar Allan Poe thing. Like, I was drawn to, like, years ago, the patch thing.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah. That was a Cobra Club, actually. The manager from there opened Flying Fox, which is like exclusively horror, like
Nice.
classic old school stuff, decorated, curated,
Yeah. I
and
guess
yeah,
flying
they
fox
have
would be
like
like a bat, right? That's like a. I guess,
yes,
yeah,
correct. It's
yeah,
a type of bat.
yeah.
It's in Ridgewood.
Cool. So the second part, what draws you to horror, and like what when did like what's talk about? I guess like your love of it and like how that, and then we could kind of take it from there.
Okay, so honestly, I have a love and passion for it since I was a kid. I remember Halloween has always been like my favorite like holiday of the year. And then I just, you know, made it like a lifestyle pretty much. So, and then I was like, if I like this so much, like, why not like work with it, apply it like in events and bringing like people together and for the same common denominator that would be horror. But yeah, I always had a like this feeling for like spookiness and since like day one.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. So I guess it's not just like fear. Like people what some people watch it because like they want to be afraid. It's also like exploring like maybe darker themes that aren't explored in other art forms. And then sometimes with like the older films, it's like the campiness or like the practical effects. And then there's like the more psychological horror.
All right.
I guess maybe talk about some of your ideas with that, and then I'll like we'll kind of go back and forth.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So it's like that's a mixed bag of emotions right there. um it's it could be from like cheesy 80s horror movies, trauma, of course, and to like classic. Oh man, that's such a wide like topic. Where do I start from? Like, let's just like start from like silent movies. Like we can start from there. Like it was more psychological. It was more like I think there's a difference between horror and terror as well, which we'll talk about it later. But it's it was just more like there was no blood involved. I mean, maybe like very little bit. If the classic Nosferatu will take a bite. Like,
Yeah,
but it wasn't like the screen full of like blood
yeah.
dripping. So we can start from there, like old school classic, and then like oh,
Like there was more left to the
seven.
imagination, like in the original
Yes,
things. Like with
correct.
Nosferatu was like it was less about like shock value and more about like the unknown, like and that kind of added to the fear a bit, like what you don't
Exactly.
see, like a bit, yeah.
The fear of the unknown. You just said it. As in general in life. um, but like from there to like, which actually Flying Fox is very in that like vibe. Um, to like 70s. I mean, yeah. Wait, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What year was it? Like
70
70.
something, like mid 70s maybe,
Nine,
or yeah,
late
yeah, I think
70s. I
yeah.
don't know, something like that. Yeah, for me, Texas Chainsaw Massacre will be something like that marked like the 70s, 80s. That it's so like, oh my god, so many things, so many movies. All right, you know what? You want to see a little bit of my collection of VHS so we can
Sure, we could do that. Yeah,
yeah, so we can talk about certain things because like I can say yeah 80s and then like all these like movies pop
yeah.
out and I get like overwhelmed and I don't even know. Hold on, let me it's a little bit messy, sorry, but hold on, let me flip the camera. How do I flip the camera? Well, fuck it, DIY or die, baby. So can you see it from there?
Yeah,
Like,
I see it like a
all
bit.
right,
Yeah,
cool. Sorry, I got everything together.
Yeah, and you mentioned the DIY. That's another thing about it because a lot of filmmakers start with horror because that's like
Yeah.
something you can kind of
So,
shoot like for more like cheaper, and it has kind of like how punk
yeah,
has that DIY horror. Has,
correct.
yeah,
DIY or die, baby. So I don't know. Fucking John Waters, 80s John Waters,
oh yeah,
90s actually. No, yeah, he started making movies in the 60s, I believe. Um, Good old fucking Luis Buñuel. Um, let me see, Buffalo 66,
yeah,
Vincent Gallo. That will be more 90s. Um, oh shit, the cat people. Wee.
yeah. And Cat People had a cool soundtrack. I remember
Oh yeah.
David Bowie, like it was like synth. Uh, Giorgio Moroder, I think was the guy who did like a cool synth soundtrack, and then David Bowie sang on the song too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Some
I think that 70s and
classics.
80s, that's when a lot of the shock value stuff started coming out more. But like
Yeah.
you mentioned John Waters, I think he was more like exploitation um, than horror,
The
probably.
Pope of Trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. But you know what? I see in his movies, he like applies like here and there, like some horror stuff that it's like, oh, I know where you're coming from. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, MS-45. Classic.
Was that with Divine was the one she was in the, or, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Sorry. See what I'm like? Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the master, Lon Chaney.
Oh, yeah.
The
I'm
master, the
apparently related to
master.
him too. Like he was like an uncle or,
Oh my god.
yeah, because
What?
my dad's mother's side was no, I think it was either I forget which side, but it was a Cheney on one of
Oh.
my dad's sides. Yeah,
Ah! Oh my god, that is amazing.
yeah.
Yo, dead ass, that is amazing.
He was the man
Okay.
of a thousand faces. He
Oh hell yeah.
yeah, and that's another thing we're talking about, like how much like with silent film, like how much like it relied on like the facial and the visual, um, like more like I think Lon Chaney even made like his own makeup for the Phantom of the Opera. Yeah,
Most like, and a few. I mean, I have a few pictures of, well, not half, but some images like someone doing his makeup and stuff. But I'm pretty sure he was DIY as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Excuse my French. Some classic with Christopher
Oh, where
Lee.
he played Dracula, yeah. But,
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
yeah. The Coppola one was pretty good too, the 92 Dracula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They were actually showing it at the
Yeah.
Metrograph. Yeah. So yeah, 80s Vincent Price, and I don't know, like,
Yeah.
see the ghost. Oh shit. Whee! Some of them fell. So these are more. Oh no, there's some. Now these are more like 90s, but other genres, not horror. Have more shit in there. But yeah, this is pretty much like the. It's a little bit mixed. I need to like revamp everything. Everything's like all over the place. But anyway, hi, how's it going? So 80s, fucking blood everywhere. If you say 80s horror movies, the first thing that pops out is like blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere. Fucking like gore shit. Like that's for me slashers, like that's 80s for me.
With like
90s.
practical effects then and everything. I
Yeah.
guess
Oh
that would that
Forget
would fall
about
like,
other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. I mean, I love and respect for technology, but no, keep it old school.
Yeah.
Always,
Yeah.
always. Actually, I heard, I read somewhere that Guillermo del Toro, there was like an interview with him, and he said, I would rather die to like
Then use AI.
to fucking use AI. No. You know, I'm like, yo, that's my homeboy right there. So anyway, 90s, there's like, you know, yeah, there's stuff, you know, like there is stuff there. What fucking interview with a vampire, the 90s one. You know, there's good stuff, but I don't what like maybe like what's like what do you think what's your favorite 90s horror movie like? Maybe
I probably like the Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's probably
oh yeah, there we go.
yeah.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think like there's a
What
good and bad like when it got more like blood and gore, like did it lose some of the subtleties of the old? I mean, I think there's like a good about both. Like there's the fun with like the practical effects and like the zombie films. And then like
yeah.
with like the older ones, it was more subtle and like psychological. Like this.
Yeah, there's it's like it's so many like genres and subgenres and you know like let's not forget about Italian horror, you know, like it's
Like
just like
Lucio
so
Fulci,
wow.
yeah,
Fulci,
yeah,
yeah, classic zombie, yeah. So Dario Argento, you know, like all that good stuff. But I don't know, it's just like there's so many movies and so many directors and so much like independent like underground cinema. But I mean classic cults I think they should never be touched. I hate all those fucking remakes. Oh my
yeah.
god. It's like, dude, you don't
The
touch a
only one I
movie
liked
like
was
that.
the only one I liked was I did like the 2024 Nosferatu because like he kind of kept the because it was more like an homage rather than like we're playing because it felt like that same world and he got actors that kind of looked like the original actors and everything. It was kind of like
I mean that movie, the fucking wardrobe and the like art department fucking nailed it. You know, like it was so good. Yeah,
yeah
it was I. But honestly, I'm gonna be super fucking honest. Like I would at some point I was just like just closing my eyes. I don't know if I was like too tired, but you
yeah
know, or too stoned. But at some point, I was like, when he
yeah
was talking like this and shit, and I was like,
yeah.
oh my god. But
Well,
like for more than 5 minutes, like straight up, I'm like, oh my god. You know?
also for me with that one, I think for Nosferatu, like the atmosphere worked better, and then when he added like extreme stuff for shock value, I just feel like it didn't work for Nosferatu because that was more about like because I thought like the best parts was like he was going into the castle and there was like you couldn't see what was there, but you knew there was like something frightening. I thought that worked better for Nosferatu, but then like he had all this like edgy stuff in there that kind of took away from like in a way like just for that specific film. Like I feel like that was more about atmosphere, and they added a
I
bunch of stuff.
understand.
Yeah,
That's when you're like, oh, this is a contemporary remake.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah. I loved it when they the classic fucking like shots, you know, when with the fucking like shadow of him
Oh
or the
yeah,
one
how he
it's
redid it.
like under the thing, you know, the frame thing. Yeah, I was like, yes, every time like something classic came in, I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is what
Yeah,
I'm here for. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And I like how
what
Count
else?
Orlok kind of became his own character because like originally it was a Dracula adaptation, but now like Count Orlok is kind of like his own character, like a
Yeah,
scarier Dracula in a way. Yeah,
yeah, word. I
yeah,
mean, honestly, when they put like the sex scenes or
yeah,
whatever, I was like, oh come on, yo, and the chick was like moaning, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay, whatever, yeah, we all know, yeah. But but like I was more impressed for like the marketing was out there, yo. Oh my god. But I was more impressed with the wardrobe and like I said, art department. I don't know who was the main person from art department, but it was so good. Like every little fucking detail was like well done. Yeah. Um, but yeah, like if you ask me what's your favorite type of horror, like I, it's just so many. Depends on the mood you are, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wanna just like sit there and watch something, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, something chill, you know, that keeps like your eyes wide open, like oh, what's gonna happen next, you know, or
Yeah.
like if I don't know, it's a Friday night and then I'm just like here hanging out and I'll just like put something like gory or whatever. It depends. Like it's but honestly, I like to um check out for like if I like a movie, like I'll see it like 10 times maybe to like revisit the movie and look at different details from call me crazy, but like I remember you remember Ghost
Oh, I
World
don't think so.
with
Was that like 80s or what was it?
like 90s. It's not horror. It's
Right.
Thora Birch, Steve Buscemi, fucking Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
Anyway, you probably if I'll send you the like the main
Okay.
yeah, you're probably like yeah, I saw that shit. Anyway, so I saw a movie like I watched that movie like fucking like at least 20 times and every time I saw it I see something different. Like, oh, what's in the closet when she opens the door?
Yeah.
Oh no, really? Yeah, it's I don't know. I get like obsessive with like certain
Yeah.
things that I
Or if
really
like you
like.
know the twist, like looking at the hints and everything.
Exactly. Or
Yeah.
the formula for horror movies. The classic I'm sorry, excuse my French. The classic freaking oh, what's in there? Let's go see what's in there. And you open the door and you
Yeah.
dead. You know, like or like, yo, curiosity.
Yeah.
Like classic
And also like
formula.
not running out of there when you should have ran out of there. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Or people asking for rides in the middle of the road
Yeah.
and people picking them up and guess what? You know, like classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know, like
Yeah.
that formula is like okay, you know.
I guess like
um
the practical effects is what you could speak of like from firsthand experience more, right? Like because like you've done some of that for like movies and stuff, right? Or yeah.
yeah, yeah, back to DIY baby. Like it's all about and when you don't have certain material, like you use whatever you have around and that creates more texture, more like different
Yeah.
results, unexpected, sometimes good, sometimes bad when you experiment last minute. But yeah, it's like I- it's more like creating things with a heart. When you do anything with the heart, it comes out better. You know, like oh, I don't have fucking whatever sponge to create this effect. Oh, you know what? Well, I'll grab a piece of cloth and wrinkle it up, and from there you put it in the whatever pigment you're using, and you put it in that, you know, like, and it creates a different texture or whatever. Like, just like it's all about like creating
Like the
different
process of
things.
it, and like the
Yeah,
the improv. Yeah.
working with whatever you have. Let's just put it that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, and that's cool. Like, I don't know, we mentioned it before, but I worked for Troma for a little bit. And I did the key hair and makeup for a movie called Shakespeare Shitstorm, and which it just came
Yeah.
out on Blu-ray after like
Yes.
9 years or some shit.
And they still do
And
things. They still do things like the old school way, right? With the practical
yes,
stuff.
I
Right?
was going there. Yeah. So working with them was amazing, and also was like, okay, this is the budget. So do whatever you can with that budget, so that way it like stimulates your mind to see like, okay, we don't have money for this, but I'm going to use for that. So yeah, everything was like the old school way. That's, they've been in the industry for 50 years, so they know their shit. And it was a great experience working with them. I think it was one of the, as a former makeup artist, because I only do hair, I retired doing makeup. It was just like one of the things that I had in the bucket, and I was like, working for Troma, and it happened, and it's like an experience that I will never forget. And yeah, everything was like super DIY. Oh my god, the props, the guys from the props people, like, oh my god, they will create amazing things with like the most random shit. Like, I was like, oh, but this is this, and then you put it together. I was like, what the fuck? They someone from special effects did a chicken that will like it on wheels. I think it was made out of foam, latex foam, and they put it like a ginormous dick on it. So instead of the
Oh.
head, it will like, so the thing will walk around the set like it was a remote control, and it was. I was like, how the way they put it together was like, wow, only someone from that department will know how to put shit together like that. Very impressive, very very impressive. But
Huh.
yeah, it's also like not only like props. It was like everything. Everyone from our department was a genius. Like we made it happen.
Yeah.
We shot it for a month, and with whatever the budget was, we made it happen, and everyone was amazing. And every day it'll be like a runway of underground t-shirts, like underground like horror movie t-shirts. Everyone would compliment their t-shirt like, oh my god, that movie, oh my god, like. So that was really cool. And yeah, it was very old school DIY Trauma.
Yeah.
Hello, Trauma family, if you're watching this. And yeah, old school as fuck in every way possible. Like, yeah, wardrobe, makeup, art department, everything was like super DIY, and you can see the effort, like it's not just something that, oh, we're just gonna buy it online. No, you make it out of scratch, motherfucker,
Yeah.
like. So that's when it's like totally made with the heart, and when you see the final product and everything, and you see your credits at the end of the movie, that's like a priceless feeling, that's like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
And to
like
like
at
see what
some,
you made in the movie too, like see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the final product is like,
Yeah.
I deserve that credit in there, it took me, well, this one's just, it was just a month, but like a month of like tears and sweat, and like, and that's the final product. So, and that's something that besides being priceless, it's also like something that it's going to pass into generations, that maybe in 20 years someone will be like, oh shit, that was like, she, like that was my whatever, like fuck yeah, even when I'm not here anymore, my name will be there forever and ever,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
do you
fuck
think a lot
yeah.
of that's lost with like CGI? Like I feel like that kind of takes away of like yeah.
Unfortunately, and it's getting
Yeah.
there more and more and more, and we're being replaced more and more and more, not only as people in the film industry, but as humans, and like people working in whatever job, it fucking sucks, honestly. Like, that's
Yeah, with
why.
the AI and everything. And the CGI it doesn't look as real as like the practical
Oh
effects.
hell
Yeah.
no, it could
Yeah.
be, I mean, don't take me wrong, it could be like super beautiful looking, but it's like, that's,
Yeah.
it's made with like, there's no disrespect, don't take me wrong to all the people who are in that department, but like, it's just like, Like you didn't create it. You maybe created it with created with like also putting effort, and details and shit, but it's just like it's not the same of like making it from scratch, like it's not that like um I don't know. I don't
There's like
even want to
less
get
heart.
into
There's
it.
less
Yeah.
heart and like improvising. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
less artsy. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Whatever. It
yeah.
is what it is.
And that's kind of what I was thinking, like about the earlier films, like when they had to work with less, or like when it's a lower budget. Sometimes they have to be more creative. Sometimes there's that heart in there that isn't there with like a later film or um, like a bigger budget film. Like I mean, it could all be good in different ways, but like I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes when they have less to work with, there's more of that like improvising with what they have and everything. Uh,
Totally, totally. Yeah. Yeah, like I think one of Troma's signature is that everything's like super DIY. And yeah, that's why I'm so like proud of myself.
yeah,
No, for real. It was like a dream come true, because I remember the first time I watched like the Toxic Avenger, like,
yeah,
more than a decade ago. I'm old.
yeah.
And
And this stuff is more kind of like comedy horror in a way, like
yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
Yeah,
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 that's also very trauma. It's like it's not exclusively horror. It's not,
yeah.
it's like a hybrid. Um, but yeah, I was like, one day I'm gonna work for Troma. One day, yeah, and it happened. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, totally cool. Good shit. Good shit. But yeah, like horror is also like in my personal life. It's like I don't know, when you're really into it and you adopt it as a lifestyle, it's like it follows you. If
Yeah.
it makes any sense. Like, I don't know, there's certain like things that you're walking around in the city or wherever and you're like, oh wait, this is very The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Like, or like I don't know, like you just like synchronize with certain things, because it's already part of you, and it's not like, oh, today is Halloween, I'm gonna dress spooky, and you don't even fucking have to dress spooky. I think horror is also like inside of you somehow, if it makes any sense. It's like it's just like something in there. And yeah, I don't know, it's just part of me. And day one I always had that oh man, that love for like weirdness, spookiness,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
it's, and then
And that's why you went
when
for
yeah.
the monster look with the hair. For those who can't see this,
Ish,
yeah,
ish. I
yeah.
had it. I used to actually have the Lily Munster like streak.
Oh,
Not anymore, because I did it for years until like it was like my hair was like really bad, and I was like, you know what? Let's just yeah. But yeah, my mom was actually the one who turned me on
the
to
monsters.
the monsters. Yeah, and my mom is 80, and I actually met what's his name, Butch Patrick, and I was like, hey, my mom was the one who actually turned me into you guys, and he was like, oh, that's awesome. And he is like, let me say hello to your mom.
Nice.
And yeah, he was like, record this, all right? And I was like, all right. And I literally on my phone said, action. I was like, oh my God,
Oh, wow.
I just said action to Butch Patrick. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, so, it's the kind of stuff
Nice.
that you bring to the other side. And he was like, "Hey, this is Butch Patrick. I want to say hello to Renata's mom." I was like, "Oh my God!" I said
Awesome.
action to Butch Patrick, and because he's, he started when I said action. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Nice.
Um. Anyway, I have like let me show you a little poster of the meet and greet I have with him.
Yeah.
Ugh. Um, and it was actually my birthday.
Oh, it was on your birthday. Oh, no.
Yeah. Have you ever been to what's the name of it? Rock Fantasy in Middle Village?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh man, it's
yeah.
such a
I'm
terrible.
actually in New Jersey. Like I'm close to New York, so you probably know like the New
Gotcha.
York stuff a little better than I do. But
This is more like upstate.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me show you a few things from Night of the Demons. Angela. Oh yeah, 80s. Thank you. Oh my God. How can
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like I get so overwhelmed that I'm like, oh, which one? No, I don't know nothing. The classic. Wait, fucking Nosferatu. Yay! Oh, this is there was also like a um 19 I'll say 1950s 1960s era of horror movies in Mexico.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh
actually what I wanted to ask about next because you
yeah,
could give like a unique perspective on that because I know you're originally from Mexico, right? Or
correct.
you
Yeah.
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 And I know that like also Halloween is different there. It's like more of like a celebration of like the
Of
dead.
death.
Maybe you could go like in more detail about like all
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let me take a seat.
that.
Wait, hold on. Ooh, it's super like tight in space here. So, yeah, Day of the Death. We celebrate death. We see death from another point of view.
Yeah.
Uh, it's more like, hey, you're in a better place now. Hang on, let me change this like to whatever
Yeah,
it
because here it's
was.
like something people like to look away from. Like, in I guess it's more celebrated there, and I know the Irish celebrate death a bit like more too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, we see it from another point of view. We put like altars and um you put like the stuff that well, pictures of your people that are not here anymore, and you put some stuff that they liked when they were here. Fixing my hand, sorry. And and it's very traditional to just leave the stuff there in the altar. Let's say you put like a certain food that they used to like or whatever, and then you leave it there for the whole night, and then that night they're supposed to come and grab it and drink it or whatever, and or smoke it.
yeah.
And then next day you throw away the food because it was already taken by them, or
Oh, okay,
yeah.
interesting. Yeah,
So you welcome the your peeps, you know, you welcome
yeah, and it's more like
the
celebrating their
people.
life and who they were, rather than like the
Exactly.
sadness of them being gone. It's like it's celebrating
Exactly.
that they were here, like the
And all the things they did, you know, like it's cool, it's interesting. We like I mean, I've been here in New York City for I just made 17 years. But I mean, I always have my roots there, you know, and I never forget where I came from and stuff like that, you know. But it's also interesting to see how nowadays Halloween in there is getting like bigger and bigger and bigger, and not because like I said, I've been here for a little bit, and then but I see it with my friends or the stuff they post or the events that are like going on and stuff, and I'm like, wow, like Halloween is getting like big in there, you know, and it's like it's an interesting blend.
yeah.
I like it. It's like a
But
nice
is it losing
hybrid.
some of the old tradition, or is it still keep?
No, not really. I'll say it's just like I think it's in marketing, to be honest, and all that like Instagram stuff. You know, like oh, like Halloween is getting like very trendy and shit.
Yeah,
You know, so I think it's more like a global thing. You know, like oh, even I see it with friends I have in Europe that are like oh, like they're doing more Halloweeny things. You know, but yeah, I mean, I have this friend. She's like a you know like a internet celebrity or whatever, and like she she's British, and I see that she does like all this like Halloween stuff, and it's like, oh, interesting. But she travels to LA to do that, like she doesn't do it in London where she's from,
Yeah.
So it's like, I see it. So I mean, it's cool. It's all about being spooky and having fun and stuff, like, but yeah, it's interesting how I see like things like when my mom comes to visit me and she's like, "Oh, do you want me to bring you this and this and that?" I'm like, "No, I can get that thing. Bring me Mexican, traditional Mexican Dia de los Muertos stuff."
Yeah.
Thank you. So, yeah, actually my friend Fabiola, she sent me like a box like full of like stuff from, let me actually show you, from Dia de los Muertos, to make like a little altar.
Hmm.
And oh my god, when I opened that box, I was like, oh, like so many memories unlocked. Or I have a box of bones here, but
Oh,
that's
cool.
not it. Bones. And they're actually real bones, but
Oh, wow.
they're cruelty free. Just in case you were wondering.
Oh, okay.
So this is the box of the stuff she sent me, and I think it's like super cute. It's like replicas of like on scale of little
Yeah.
Mexican like, hang on,
So wait, that was
like,
the bones of who? Like their ancestors, or what was it? The
oh no, I do like, well, I do taxidermy stuff. I don't
Oh, so it's animal.
yeah, it's animals.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
this is like, yeah, this is like they're like, I put like little bones in
Right.
like little jars and shit. But I get them from like farms and they're like cruelty free. It's like they die by natural causes, not like they don't kill them or anything
Right.
like that.
That's
They
good.
murder them. So this is like the Dia de los Muertos. Like they're supposed to be little tamales, but they're like on scale. They're like tiny and shit. And
Yeah.
um, yeah.
And there's also like
But
a parade, right? And like people dress up
yes.
like
Oh
a
my
different
god.
color.
It just happened and I saw the
Yeah.
video. Oh my god. It's like it's so fucking good. Like everyone is like out there with the makeup and like so fucking good. I think there was a movie. It was like a 007 um movie, James Bond.
Oh, James.
That 007. What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
I never heard it
90210?
said like that. I was like, is that a different thing?
90210. Hello. Um that they have um they shot it in Mexico City and they have images of the parade there. And
Right.
I mean, that one is not like the real parade. It's obviously like the part of the production, but like the I'll send you the link to it. It just happened, I
Okay.
think, like this weekend or something. Holy shit! Like the parade is like out there, like out there. I'm
Nice.
super impressed, super impressed. And everything's Day of the Dead, no Halloween. It's Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos exclusively. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, we celebrate death and we see it from a different point of view. And we're like very in touch with our like with our people, who are not here anymore. And it's just, oops, sorry.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
phone went
because
like that.
I do feel like people honor
Hey.
the dead here, but then I feel like after a certain point they kind of stop talking about them or forget. It's good to always like remember
Unfortunately.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we have our people right here, man. And yeah, the least you can do is like once a year put a, little altar and put stuff that they used to like. Yeah. I actually have how I call it, like a little permanent altar. It's just a bunch of people,
Oh, wow.
pictures of my friends that are not here anymore, and it's like for in a few days Saturday. It's Saturday and Sunday. One is for the kids, and the other one is for the adults. And I'm gonna put an altar, and I'll send you a picture of it. Like, it's the less you can do, once a year. Um, make some enchiladas and put it in there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And so
yeah.
in the parade with like the costumes, is there like a different thing with that? Like when they dress up, like, because I know they have like the parade and like the costumes. Like, I guess it's different than
Yeah.
Halloween, right? The
Yeah. This one is exclusively Dia de los Muertos. Like I said, nowadays I see a lot of like hybrid situations going on there, but this one is like exclusively Dia de los Muertos, and but represented like in different ways. That parade that I saw like on the video, it wasn't like only traditional. It had like also more like contemporary like outfits like with lights and like very new school, but
yeah.
it was still Day of the Dead, and that's like it's very cool. Yeah, how they have the way they blend it together. It's like
Yeah.
really smooth. Yeah.
And how does
Yeah.
because like you mentioned like a different view on death and everything. How does that translate like into Mexican horror and everything? Because you were talking a bit about that.
Mhm. Well, that's a good question. So, honestly, like, well, personally, I don't think they in that way, like, I never see like a Day of the Dead like horror movie. No, I don't think so. But it's like it has its own thing, like Mexican horror film industry from the 60s and the 70s. I don't think it has like anything, or at least I haven't seen anything like mixed with Day of the Dead. Like, not that right now
Yeah.
that crosses my mind.
So
Like,
it was pretty similar
um,
to like American horror, I guess, or
yeah, ish. It has like, if you tell me like Mexican horror movies, like the first thing that pops in my mind is like 60s, 70s, like, and that's like very, I wouldn't even say like influence. It's more like they have their own like old school way, genre. It's very it has its own like characteristics and like their own thing, like scent, like it's different. Yeah, it's the closest thing that I can. Sorry, I'm very bad at explaining some things. I'm like, oh, the closest thing that I can like kind of like relate or something will be like Dario Argento's kind of, it has its own feeling. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? Like
yeah,
that old schoolness, like creepiness, like its own fucking personal scent.
yeah.
That's how
Kind of like
I
how
would describe.
Japanese horror has its
Yes.
own like signature.
Yeah.
Too, yeah,
Exactly. Signature.
yeah,
Thank you. I was looking for a word. I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it has its own signature. Yes, definitely. Like, I don't see, and that way, yeah, I don't see any like influence. It might have a few of them, like somehow, but like straight up, I don't see any type of influence. That's just me. I don't know. It has like its own thing. Yeah.
yeah. And I
Yeah, you caught me on that one. I was like, wait a second. No, I was like, when I was trying to explain, like all these like things came up to my
yeah,
mind, and I was trying to
yeah.
like
I
put
guess it's
them
like
together.
hard to put
It's
into
like,
words, but like there's a
yeah.
signature. Yeah,
Hmm.
like with Japanese horror, like it seems to have more of a Japanese film in general seems to have more of like an out of sequence storytelling. I noticed like it goes to the past and then the future and then the past, like from the films I've seen. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the horror films always have like those little like those Yuri go like those spirits with like the long hair and the
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's
And
you
then that
said the
transferred to
keyword. It's
American horror with
signature.
like The Ring, and because like The Ring was originally a Japanese horror, and that's where that
Hmm.
whole look with like the woman with
The
like the black hair in front of her face kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Oh man. There's also like horror movies from the 80s from Spain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's also this one Alex de la Iglesia who made The Day of the Beast, El Día de la Bestia. It's like it's heavy metal horror and like blasphemy together. You should check
Nice.
it out. The Day of the Beast, Alex de la Iglesia from 19, or I think that'll be like a 90s. Yeah, I should have
Oh,
my
okay.
computer here and be like, um, like mid 90s maybe. Yeah, I think so. And that's also like if you can check his stuff out, he has like different movies. Alex de la Iglesia, yo, forever and never cult, classic cult. Um, who else? I don't know. There's like it's so wide, like so much underground cinema to watch and see that it will
Yeah,
never ever fucking end, from
yeah,
old school shit to like new school stuff, like it's
yeah.
just like
It's like
so
there's so
many
much to
things.
cover. You're not sure where to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, not to make it an excuse, but when you ask me, like, it's it's a thing that happens to me when someone asks me like something that it's like a very wide topic. I get overwhelmed, like, and I'm like,
yeah. No, I know
where do
what
I
you mean.
start?
Yeah,
Where do I start?
yeah,
Night of the Demons, Dario Argento,
yeah.
like, I was like, oh shit, like, I'm sorry, like, fuck, I'm making a fool out of myself in here.
Oh no,
It's
it's fine.
okay, it's okay. But yeah, like horror is a fucking lifestyle if you put it that way, if you apply it that way. And like someone I heard at the market say like, oh, it was like a little group of teenagers, and there was this, everyone was dressed in black except for one kid. And the kid that wasn't dressed in black was like, "Oh, I feel like so bad because everyone's like wearing black, whatever." And I was like, "Listen, horror and rock and roll is inside. You don't have to wear fucking all black or anything. Like, it's
Yeah,
inside." And he was like, "Oh, thank you."
yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, no,
That's
like
how I
I'm
feel like
trying
about
to
punk too. Like, because like some of like Dead Kennedys didn't really dress punk or like Minor Threat. It was more about their
Jello
what they
Biafra."
felt
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah, absolutely. Like rock and roll is inside. Being alternative is inside. It's not, even if you're wearing a suit, you could be the most fucking badass person. Like
Yeah,
whatever. Like the way you look, it's not going to define like who you are. Yeah, it might give you a hint, like, oh, if you're wearing like a band t-shirt, it's like, oh, that person likes whatever, but maybe not. Maybe that person is just wearing it because it's like, the classic, hey, name 3 songs,
yeah.
but if you
Kind of like
can
how you
like,
see people with like Metallica or Slayer shirts now that don't even listen to the band. I guess because they
I
just become
know,
so popular. It's like,
I
yeah,
know, meh, 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 meh. But anyway, that's another that's
yeah,
another story. But yeah, like it's always being synchronized, like with not only with horror but with whatever you like. I feel that if you're synchronized, that's where you belong to. That's where you're like, that's where you're from, like that's your thing,
yeah.
like, so
Yeah,
it's
and
just
we
like,
didn't really cover. I guess we could cover like a little bit before we wrap up the
yeah.
psychological horror, like because we talked about like the practical effects and the gore, but then there's also the psychological horror. Like you said, you didn't
Mm.
see Us, but like Us is like um it deals with like the darkness, like not only like fear of the unknown, but also like the parts of ourselves that we fear or look away from. Because like without spoiling too much in Us, like she finds out like the thing she was fearing, like she was really the thing she was fearing. It to is a way to like summarize it without giving away too much, but I don't know,
That'll
like
be my homework. I'll
yeah,
check it out. That'll be my
yeah,
homework. All right.
nice. But what kind of psychological horror do you like, or what's your view on psychological?
I'll say Japanese, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that shit when it's like, oh, you don't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah,
but it's like torturing inside. Like, yeah, yeah. I think the Japanese old school like psychological, they know their shit. They know how to
yeah,
do that. They know how to make you inside.
yeah,
Like, um, yeah, it's also very like I feel sometimes it's connected to like a day in real life. Where you're like, oh wait, is that I wanted to go there, the difference between horror and terror. That thing, I think it goes like hand in hand, because it's very like psychological one, and the other one is just like it's not the same thing. Seeing like I don't know, like a monster popping out the neck and all the blood is flooding out, whatever. It's not the same of watching a movie that there's a situation where there's like actual psychological terror going on here, that
yeah,
it could happen to you, maybe, like that's
yeah.
what the director
Like,
wants,
what would you
to
consider
fuck up
Hitchcock? Because
your.
I know Hitchcock is like a lot of people associate him with horror, but I guess he was more suspense. But he was definitely like psychological
Oh yeah.
and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's like something that you can relate in your daily life, that it's not precisely a monster popping out like
yeah,
blood everywhere. It's more like it's the situation that you're like, oh
yeah,
shit, and that's what the director wants. He
yeah,
wants to fuck up your mind because you're already applying it to your daily life
yeah.
in another way,
Yeah. And then there's
So
the real
that
life monsters, which are humans. Like,
correct,
yeah,
correct,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like,
Absolutely. So yeah, like there's a little bit of something for everyone. I pretty much think that it depends on the mood of what you want to watch, if it's a Friday night or it's a Monday night, after work, or you just want to chill for the weekend. That's like the it's just it's so diverse and so eclectic that you can just and use it also in your lifestyle. It depends what you're in the mood for. I'll say for everything, like.
and with the Hitchcock, I just thought of like the opposite end of the spectrum, because like we were talking about like the practical effects, but like in Psycho, I think it was each stab was like a different cut. Like he like because he didn't. It was with like what he didn't show. It was like the cuts, like he like with the editing that like made the yeah
Yeah, the
the
suspense,
shower scene.
like you
Yeah.
said. Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah, yeah.
So
Here's the little
any final
picture.
thoughts or anything before we wrap up or?
Stephen King says hello.
Oh, hello, Mr. Stephen King, or picture of Stephen King.
Yeah, it's a book that I have, but I
Right.
have it here in the.
He's making a
I
funny
just.
face. Kind
Yeah, I love this picture. That's why I have him right there.
of
Anyway, anything that I want to say? Believe in yourself. No, typical. No, honestly, like horror, like I said, it's inside. It's not like what shirt you're wearing or whatever. Like horror and spookiness is inside of you, and there's always a spooky things to like a side B of life, if you want to see it that way. So yeah, um, just be yourself and stay spooky.
yeah, and I guess I'll say I guess it's I guess like horror is the way kind of like to integrate the things we look away from. I guess connecting it to another recent episode I did on like integrating the shadow. It's like a way of kind of integrating that side that I think is always there. Like even if we try to run away from it, it's like about I think understanding that darker side of like everything is like it's like because like I think just like looking at the light and the love, like that doesn't that's not really like being a complete. Like I think you kind of need to integrate that darker side, and that could be done like through art or like horror that like explores that darker side of humanity or the things we fear. Um, so I just think that's a way to like kind of collectively integrate that side. That's just a thought I had. So
Correct. You
yeah,
are correct.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Fuck yeah. You got the words, yo. Oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, it's like always, never be ashamed of what you like. If you are a weirdo, be a weirdo.
yeah,
Be proud of it.
yeah,
Fucking embrace that shit. You don't know how many times people are like, when it wasn't that popular, why you like spooky? It's not Halloween. Guess what, motherfucker? Halloween is every day for me. So
yeah,
what? Like so anyway, excuse my French. But yeah, like always embrace the weirdness, like
yeah,
always. That is what makes you different from other people, the disposable generic people.
yeah.
Nah,
Just be real. Just be yeah,
be real always. And like I said, it doesn't matter what you're wearing or whatever the fuck, like weirdness and
yeah.
horror and everything you like, it's inside. It's not on a fucking t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, because and I'm glad you say that because like sometimes like I mean I guess it happens more like teens, early 20s, like in trying to be like more different. Sometimes then it's like okay, now I got to be the real punk, I got to be the real but then it's like no, you be yourself. Like that's
Yeah.
and like so there's different way
Totally.
the way you are yourself might not be the way somebody else is. So
Totally.
yeah,
Totally. Be exclusive to yourself, inclusive to other people.
exactly. And do
Yeah.
you want to plug anything or anything like that or
Um, Follow us on Fright Market and Heavy Horror NYC. Yeah, it's just like rock and roll. That's it. That's all I
oh
have
yeah,
to say. Rock and roll.
yeah.
Rock and roll as a way of life. And yeah, stay spooky, baby.
All right, and follow Let's Talk About the Deep Stuff on Instagram, or you can follow my main account, Sean K Vibes.
Yeah, send me your profile.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
and keep updated with future episodes on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. And that's about it for this episode. We'll
Thank
catch
you
you on
so
the
much,
next one.
Sean.
No
Thank
problem.
you so much. Thanks for having me. Bye.
No problem.